stuff around me, and I try to
Mm-hmm.
make music that others can relate to.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
No, we know Skippa is out there. We know your music and all of that, but like on the radio, I don't hear like a lot of Skippa. Do you create radio versions when you make your songs? Or is that something that you think about?
I mean, as of now, going forward, we've been creating radio versions, but I'm not gonna lie. Honestly, before we haven't been making those type of like those versions to the songs because I'm not gonna be. I'm not gonna lie. Just because I'm on the radio, this just really popped off. So a lot of the things that's going on right now, we're learning as we go along. So now we are making
Mm-hmm.
those versions. So the songs that we record now, we are pushing them out to every radio station, and we're trying to make more friendly music for a different audience that what we're used to.
Well, I tell you the truth, Skipper. It's always good to have the music. 'Cause, there's always a time and place for everything, but it's always good to have the music friendly because it doesn't limit your audience at all. Yeah, you can
Yeah,
play it
yeah.
at a rough place and you can
Mm-hmm.
play it, anywhere because it's friendly.
Expand your
It's
reach.
the expansion of the reach. But for the folks who don't know Skipper, we want to get a little bit to know about you in terms of one, how the name Skipper come out, of how you get that name, and you sound like you're not somebody who's based here in Jamaica. You sound like you're probably overseas. If not, then where are you at and how you got into this whole music thing?
I mean, I live overseas. I've been
Right.
living overseas for some years now, but I'm actively in the space. I come to Jamaica a lot.
Okay.
So I do be here. If I don't tell you, or if you don't hear me talk sometimes, you wouldn't know that I'm
Mm-hmm.
based overseas. But I'm back and forth from here and New York and Florida, likewise.
Got you. Got you.
Mm-hmm.
Got you. And the name Skipper, how did that work?
Honestly, I used to play football in school, in high
Ah,
school. And
okay.
Skip was another name for the captain.
Right. Right.
And
Mm-hmm.
that's just my demeanor. So I just kept that name. People
Got you.
always look up to me and stuff. So I just feel like that was the right name for me when I started music.
You want to be a skipper in the
Yeah, makes
music now?
sense.
Yeah. Captain in the
I was
music.
watching an interview with you on Jeffrey's Let's Be Honest podcast, and during that interview, you made a comment as it relates to you think that if more collaborations happen in the music industry, like that would be better instead of clashes. What actually brought you to that whole genesis or consensus?
I just feel like at the end of the day, music is art,
It
and we
is.
need to
Mm-hmm.
try new stuff. So if we've been clashing for years now, I mean, I say it not do what it's supposed to do for the genre and for whatever specific artist, but I feel like working together, combining with audience, we can probably work some magic, and we can probably reach that global stature that we have worked for so long. So I feel like it's just trying new stuff. And to be honest, if a lot of the big artists them did even collaborate, the fans would have loved it, and what are the consequences of collaborating. So that's just my take on that.
All right. That
No,
sounds good.
it sounds simple, but it makes a lot of sense, especially coming, from a younger entertainer, like you mentioned, and you're giving credit. Like we would have seen where a lot of entertainers would have, gone through the whole clash aspect and would have gotten their big breaks. So yeah, I definitely feel collaboration can work. But in terms
Yeah.
of music now, what are you currently promoting?
I mean, like you said, I'm trying to make more friendly music for like a different audience that's not so used to skip art. They're not because my audience is they're really attentive to me. So my music might be doing well on certain numbers or so, but it's not playing everywhere. So my
Right.
focus
Mm-hmm.
right now is to make those type of music that is, palatable for everyone
Got
and
you.
just, you know,
We have a song called 10 Past 2.
mm,
Is that, I want to make sure we want to play it, but can we play it? Because,
yeah,
you
you
know
can
what?
play for.
We can.
You're sure?
Broadcasting Commission will call us.
You know what? Me hear a song that was so edited one time, it's an instrumental we get. Not never
Mm,
yeah, but that
Mm-hmm.
you know what the bad with every word of the edit. Anyway, so we can play 10 past 2. You want to introduce it? Introduce it
yeah,
anyway, and then we'll
it's
play it.
a more party vibe,
Yeah.
somewhere, and some of the girls them can vibe to us. So it talks them say, likewise anybody. So I like them type of music. There's some different, some you would expect from Skipper.
All right, so we'll drop it. 10 past 2. Skipper, here it is.
Hell, Mark.
Yeah, my ear. Yeah. Banana 6 cents, my trap. Bench on my dining Watch 1chappzs, Sizzla. Book a new girl, but she love the media. But even feel like she like me neither, cause she love pop style and take man feed. Now have a bag of money, dog, she not gonna like you. They chat I never. Say them gyal want money, my dog, you can't change that. I talk about love, she not hear that. You look at the way you make her work, you better see if that. Love the flow, I know my son in her ear. Hello, the broke boy, I make me spend on you. You say the rent pass through, you know the pen pan full. You say you want, you pull up 10 past 2. Dash up, and I'm a cup and then the bench starts so. Like the things on my way to. The gyal I reaching on my vehicle. I say she like the new Louis V season. But gyal, I'm see it to more.
Hey, Skipper.
Level.
Skipper, let me tell you something, man. That flow there where you got, man, you have to clean up all of the song them, Bridget, because we can't have this limited to the people them who you know, the flow is bad.
Underground.
The one about say the girl them
But I
think they idiot.
I focus.
The one about and the flow is bad.
Yeah. Well, did something happen why you switch your focus? Like, how did you get to this space where you say you want to intentionally include radio?
I feel like over time I just became an artist. Initially, I was just singing about my reality, and the people just caught on. But over time, I became an artist. I fell in love with music, and I realized that I have to, I have to be diverse and try different things. So I feel like that's where it really came from.
Well, let me tell you, Skipper, the Lily song that we just hear a while ago. Yo, when we hear the flow, I say, yo, this brother bad. We have to make sure we can fling this pan the radio and fling it all over the place. So, and I know that is just
absolutely.
And that's just a tip of the iceberg. That's the impression I'm getting. So,
yeah, man.
We're ready
No,
to
you're not.
we know you're not yet. That's true.
What I want to ask you though is, like you mentioned, living in New York, and you say you come to Jamaica on a regular basis, but how challenging is it to navigate, the spaces internationally and locally as you try to embark on this dancehall journey?
I don't really think it's challenging. I feel like it adds to like my whole my image or so. And it kind of inspires me too. It shows me a lot of stuff. Be going out of the way, I be seeing stuff that probably an ex-dancer artist won't necessarily be seeing. So, it kind of helps me to make different type of music, different type of sounds. So I wouldn't say it challenges me. It's more like it's a part of me. So I kind of just, me adapt to
Embrace
it.
it.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, Skipper, brother. So people hearing them tunes, yeah, they want to get in touch with you. They want to book you. Who is management? Who is are you self-managed? Tell us how people can get in touch with you to collaborate or do some work with you or book you for an event.
I'm currently managed by 3x4 Entertainment. So the handle is in my social media, Skippa.dan on Instagram. They can reach out to them, and also other links. There's a website too also. They can also just go up on the website, and when they want a Skippa from a dope to a performance,
And what's the website? What's the handle of the website?
It's 3x4.com.
All right. Well, I mean, I tell you, this. We're looking for.
We're looking forward to, I don't want to say the revamp, but like this, the new direction that Skippa is going into.
The modified, just for the wider audience. But let me tell you, that flow that you got. We don't want that long in another one corner. That have everybody to hear that. Everybody.
Yeah. Are you also open to trying different styles as it relates to dancehall or trap music, or that's your comfort zone?
Yeah, well, honestly, like I said, you guys haven't heard anything yet because like I said, I have been living overseas for some time, so certain type of music is kind of easier for me to do because I have an accent, as you can hear. So we are gonna dive in all different type of music.
You're gonna rap too. I feel you could rap real well too.
We even drop rap songs already. Street rap, and you would even believe you that think of somebody else upon a track. And it's only up from there.
Wow. Well, Skipper, we're looking forward to great things. Anything like an
Yeah,
EP,
it was good catching up.
EP album, anything like that coming out?
Yeah, working on an album right now. Not to want to give them the timing on it, but
Yeah.
real soon.
Is
Look out.
is it one
Will
that we
there be
can?
any collaborations?
Yeah.
Yeah, there will be.
It's the buzz, you know. You have to give it something. You have to give it something buzzing. Any collaborations you can look out for?
Who?
The managers that
that's
you can say.
about it. Good one of them all is them.
There you
that's the
go.
best thing.
That'll work. But boy, that kind of have got enough Mali out there, you know. You
Yeah.
can narrow it down a little bit. A whole heap of them, you know.
Me give you way more than how much I give
Why, don't
somebody
worry
else.
yourself, man. A good man.
Yeah,
Forget the
we
exclusive.
take it. We take
We
it.
take them all
Yeah,
of them, yeah,
absolutely.
no
But
problem.
Skipper, we definitely wish you all the best. And, like you said, we're looking for more music from Skipper that we can press play on
Yeah.
the radio.
Big up yourself, Skipper. Enough love and honor.
Yeah, man. Thanks again for having me,
Man, respect.
No
every time.
problem.
We take a quick
All
break.
right, so that was Skipper.
We take a quick break. Soon forward.
Western Jamaica, when you're looking for quality, reliable, and affordable auto parts for your BMW, Honda, Toyota, Nissan, Suzuki, and Mitsubishi, your destination is Reliance Auto Parts and Accessories, 22 Beckford Street, South and Lamar, Westmoreland. The time by Reliance Auto Parts and Accessories is...
Check your watches and clocks, 9:30. It is the EBUZZ if you're just joining us. And we are now going to be talking to the great Sizzla.
Sizzla
Kalonji.
Kalonji. You realize tonight everybody that we had on, their name begins with letter S,
Yes. But you know what?
right?
Miguel Collins is online with us. You know him as Sizzla Kalonji. Intellectual, brilliant artist, has such a large body of work. And only
Celebrating 30 years.
30 years in the business. And we're only too happy to have Sizzla online with us. Sizzla, big up, Medan. Blessings.
Good night and welcome.
All right, I think he's trying. Turn off the mute
Yes,
on your...
he said blessings.
Yeah, he can hear us, but we can't hear him. We can't hear you, Sizzla. I think it's the phone. So we're gonna see.
You hear me now?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
we're hearing you loud and clear. Good night and welcome.
What's up, Sizzla?
Yes, I am.
How you doing, brother?
Rastafari.
Rastafari.
Doing great.
Every
There.
time. Good to have you. We're
Great
just
to have you. Congratulations on your 30.
30 years in the business.
Yes.
Now, I know this is such a big milestone for you. What is the feeling that you're getting when you realize how long you've been doing this and all the great things that you have achieved, but you're at this milestone? Though. I don't know if there's a way to describe it, but how do you feel about this milestone coming up?
I felt honored, validated, overwhelmed with joy, love, gratitude.
Yeah.
The appreciation of the people is what really gives you your crown. Yeah.
Absolutely.
To know that
Yeah.
you've been working over the years and you're being appreciated by your fans. And just by being appreciated by your fans and the whole promotion, you gain more fans.
True.
And it goes on. So it's a great feeling.
Well, we just want to tell you.
No, over the
congrats.
years, your catalog has inspired and uplifted many. What would you say has been the driving force behind your longevity and consistency in the industry?
A driving force behind all of that is just the whole entire principle of Rastafari,
Yeah.
home training, being brought up in a beautiful community, being nurtured by loving parents in the community, not just my own parents, but other parents and guardians from other respectful family.
Right.
And to know the whole entire trauma through the transatlantic slave trade, the Arab slave trade, and all those stuff, the oppression of the people, and being in the present time, seeing it for yourself. You've read about it.
Yeah.
You've heard about it. You've done your researches, even through the tertiary institution, but you're here as the living person experiencing all what's going on. You're being motivated to just push further across boundaries and continuing elevating and motivating and inspiring others.
It is so surreal to have a brother like you on. You've spoken to us before, but in terms of when we're thinking about all the songs that you have inspired people to move to things. I'm remembering distinctly the Prime Minister saying that your song inspired him. Rise to the Occasion, I think, was the song he was mentioning. And so many other songs have been inspirational to people. And how often or how frequent do people come up to you and say, Sizzla, you see this song named so and so? It made me do this, or it made me do that. Can you give us some instances, if you can, off the top of your memory?
As often as they breathe. As often as they breathe.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
there's not a
This is
day
yeah.
that really passed and there's not even one person saying thank you, Sizzla, or Dada, we love you, or thank you very much for doing what you're doing, or congratulations. You know, that's what I'm saying. These are the little things that are the ingredients in making a whole entire career for Sizzla successful. Because you're nothing without the people. You're just in existence to help the people. I do think my life is to help someone reach much further, be much better than I am.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Especially my kids.
Yeah.
You know? So our sole purpose is to help the other person to reach much further in life, to be comfortable and live as long as they can. So there's not a day that goes by and there's not even one person saying, thank you, Sizzla. So that is why I have to say,
Wow.
thank you,
Amazing.
Rastafari. Bless
I love
him.
that.
No,
I love that.
earlier you spoke about, your consciousness and, Rastafari, but how have you managed to stay true to your principles in the music, in the music landscape that's consistently or constantly changing?
Yeah. I was born this way, and this is what the fans, the family expected of just about any other living person. This is who we are. We're a living star being. We can't detour. The reason why we're like not aligned within the old equilibrium is because of false religion, distraction. You're being programmed. You're being cheated. You're being lied to. You know, you're being distracted from the truth and the original culture. We live and breathe our culture. Our culture should be coming from what's the foundation of our parents or grandparents or ancestors, and it's from ages. So we're just merely the continuance of something that was formally set before. So I'm always honored and I would say be privileged to be put in this position where in which I can be the face of the world or of the community or of a family to be doing the work. So as often as I can get the work out, I'll get the work out because this is a duty and it must be done. And if we don't do it, we'll perish. If you don't farm, you won't get things to eat.
True.
If you don't prepare, you're going to be all run over. So this is just the way of life. This is my way of life. Can't change. That's just who I am.
Yeah.
That's the way I was brought up. You know what I mean? The secretary for the Pumpkin Hill Maroon, Mr. Roman Henry, he's the one who taught me to read, even before going to primary school.
Wow.
And whatsoever. So I was being brought up within the society of the Maroon, the Rastafari family, and the Bedwardites, you know. So it's a duty continued and a duty served. Can't change. Our duty is to shine the light. You know, it's Jamaica. We're the light bearer. Jamaica had light before a lot of other countries. So we're the light bearer. So I'll keep shining the light.
You know, one of the things, 30 years in the business is no short time.
Easy feat.
Right. The music has evolved over the years. How does Sizzla stay current? Because you've never not been current. You've always been able to always roll with emotions, no matter what type of music is going on out there. Sizzla is
A lot
always
of things.
current and always ready, always
A
relevant.
lot of things kept me current.
Yes.
First and foremost, the Almighty.
Right.
Because I, the King Selassie, King of Kings, Lord of Lords, sits upon the throne.
Yeah.
And to be a king and emperor for the people, your duty is to keep the people alive.
Right.
think through all the problems, help them through the crisis. So the Most High, just to think about His Majesty and his heavy workload and the duty of an emperor over an entire country and nation of people,
Yes.
that's just one, the item. Then again, the people themselves, you go on the street,
Yeah.
you got to be with the spirit to greet the people, what's called the people greeting you with love, and they're with a high spirit to see their favorite artist, even for the first time, even if it's the second time they're seeing you,
Yes.
they're really excited, optimistic about getting everything done and being close to the artist, up close and personal. And during that whole process, they're telling you little stuff, how they got through their dilemma, how they've been placed in a situation where the music of reggae music, Jamaica, Africa, and the lyrics of the artist had brought them through a whole lot of stuff. And then again, this is what they're experiencing. So they're sharing their thought, what they've experienced with you as an artist. That's another whole source of motivation again. Your parents, your peers, your community, and like I said before, the whole entire system that's being orchestrated around Black people to keep them in servitude, to keep them oppressed. We're looking on with our eyes and we're seeing all these things. So what the eye see, the mouth will utter. And I chose to get words properly placed in sentences, in metrical lines, forming stanzas, being a part of a composition for the music to give to the people. So it's the whole entire liberty and the social economy of the people that kept me going. And I'm seeing this. It's on the news every day.
Yes.
People being shot, persecuted, people being in
True.
prison, incarcerated,
Yeah.
people have lost their lives, their loved ones, people have lost their kids, kids losing their family, single parents. It's out there, it's right in front of you. So there's a whole lot of things for you to be singing about,
So
even if
true.
there's no one to motivate you by giving you the words or speaking to you orally. You can just look with your eyes and you'll see what's happening around you. And you can just graph from thought and put in your music and present it to the people.
Got you.
What I want to ask you though, Sizzla, for your fellow musicians and entertainers who may not be as solid or sturdy in their thinking and just holding an order like a Sizzla Kalonji, what advice would you share with them about staying grounded and purposeful in their craft?
Being grounded is to know your roots, your culture, where you're coming from. There are basic principles for us that they're like forcing us away from. And when we speak of Rastafari, they tends to say it's like alienated to us, but Rastafari is head creator. We are the first on this planet. So you just gotta be rooted in that sense. Sizzla Kalonji, naturally my purpose is to help my brother and my sister to be much better, be a better person than they are, you know what I mean, in the past, heading towards the future. So my duty is to always be researching, always be reading. So I'll encourage them to read, do their research, listen to the culture, go back to your community and reason with the people in the community. See what they're facing, see the ways and means they survive, and see where in which you can ease that burden so you can push along to be a part of your community or the world community per se. So I'll just encourage any one of these artists to be natural, be the better version of yourself,
Yeah.
and always be reaching out and always be helping other persons. It's much better to be giving than be receiving. Because when you give, the Spirit of the Almighty dwells with you. When you know to be like receiving, you never know. Gift pervert the eyes of the wise. I don't like receiving or taking gifts, but I'll more to give stuff. So I'll encourage them to be the better version of themselves. Reach out to the public, sing about love. Go deep within yourself, find that first love being taught to you, being given to you by your parents or the community,
Yes.
and share it. You know, just reach out to other person. Don't be narcissistic. You know, just help other persons, and you'll see as day goes by. Because there's always someone in need of some help, and that's your duty. That's why you're being placed as a musician. You're the burden bearer as an artist. Don't be looking over your shoulders for your friends. Don't be looking over your shoulders for the musicians or anyone to help you. You're the present leader. You're the person that the nation is
Take
coming to.
charge.
You know what I mean? You might be a respectful politician You might be the respectful prime minister or president of a country, but you as an artist, you're being targeted with the duty to keep the family together, the African family together, and
Yes.
that's your duty in where which you're being charged by the people. They might not be saying, but just look around. You see they support you at your stage shows, at your press conferences,
Yeah.
at your interviews, your symposium. The people there supporting you, so you need to support the people
So here's what
and
we're gonna
just
do.
be
Here's what we're gonna do now, sister. We're gonna support a time signal right now, and then we'll
yes,
forward with more of our conversations with the great Miguel Collins,
banging.
aka Sizzla. Banging so far.
It's the buzz.
The time on Irie FM is
The time is 9:45. If you're just joining us, it is the EBUZZ. Miguel Collins, you know him as Sizzla Kalonji, is with us on the buzz tonight. Very happy to have him.
Yes.
A
Yes,
Sizzla
yes.
question for you, for folks who are under a rock and not really aware, and I know that this is a very minute amount of people. Can you tell us how many albums you have under your belt right now?
Being released in the cybernetic space, I would say moreover about 90 to 95.
Oh my
Wow.
gosh.
Something right, yes.
Wow. And
But here,
more
here,
to come.
here is an even tougher question,
Release, not unreleased.
Release.
though.
Okay.
Of all the albums, the plus 90, and the songs you have released, which one do you feel best captures who Sizzla Kalonji truly is and why?
I want to
For the song, I would say Holding Firm because it's a real challenging time in the music,
Yes.
and not just as an artist. Everyone faces their own time when there's some bit of challenging where they just got to overcome. And for the album, it's the real thing. It's the most popular, most played.
Yes.
But for foundation, I would say Praise is Jah.
Wow. You have an answer for that, But
Yeah,
but sis-
amazing. I didn't think you would have an answer, but yeah, love it.
But here's another thing for Sizzla. 30 years. We understand that there's going to be a big event about your 30 years. Can you give us some information on that? Where is it going to be? If you're going to have some other people sharing the stage with you for this big milestone, give us some information.
It's already a buzz. It's already a buzz like the EBUZZ.
Like the EBUZZ, like a cause.
Yes.
But tell us, where's it going to be for the folks who are listening now and getting a refresher on the information?
Right, it's definitely going to be at Sabina Park, somewhere off South Camp Road. One Nation, One Legendary Show. It's October the 19th.
Yes.
And you're going to have artists like Bounty Killer passing through, Turbulence, Fantan Moja, Dawad, Tijan, Ricky General, Highway, Nadine Sutherland, Jesse Ryle, Spragga Benz, Christopher Martin, Ibamar, Ninja Kid, Andrew Touch, my brethren. I have a whole lot of other artists. You don't know their names as yet, but they're going to be there. You're going to have the Maroon family passing through, the Rastafari family passing through, and people in and around the community and the environs. Yeah. And the tickets location, you guys at Geno's Pharmacy, Portmore, Fesco Gas Station, Beechwood Avenue, Ferry and Stony Hill, Kaya Herb House, Ocho Rios, and Kingston, Wicks by Gray and Signature Style. Tickets are available online, Rise to the Occasion Live.com. You can check it out.
Wow, that's
amazing.
Awesome. That sounds like something not to be missed. Not to be missed.
Yeah,
No,
you can't miss this one.
Yep.
No, Sizzla, when fans look back on Sizzla's legacy 30 years from now, what do you want them to remember most about your contribution to music and culture?
That Sizzla had contributed to the legacy of the reggae dancehall music tremendously. But what I'd like them to have in mind is that Sizzla is someone who will always be inspiring persons to be the better version of themselves and reach for greatness and be that what they're not expecting you to be in a righteous sense, an upstanding citizen for your country. Something in the sense where in which Sizzla is just that person that we can think about that motivates us in every sense to be the greater.
I keep saying congratulations again for the 30-year mark in the career. I think it would be remiss of us, Kishima, if we didn't have a little time to just drop one or two little Sizzla tune.
One or two.
We don't have enough time to
One
play.
or two.
Look here, we have 12
Yeah,
minutes.
we can
I
challenge our DJ to give us a proper mix.
A proper Sizzla mix, because
Yes,
the
yes.
one thing we're
Exactly.
not
Just make sure
short
the
of
holding
material.
firm is in it.
No.
Right,
Rastafari.
Yeah.
All right, so
And
let us
this is
see.
one thing I want you to know before you go, because we don't have much time against us.
Yes.
But we're not short of sponsors. You know, still a love Bun the Fire still in the car
Tell us
over
the
the years.
sponsors, man. Tell us.
I'm always with some sort of hiccups with the sponsors, you know, but that's
not
just
this
fun.
time.
They're a part of the music. You got to know the sponsors are a part of our music
Tell us your
also, because
sponsors.
sometimes we're doing stage shows and we don't have enough money. We don't have the venue. Sometimes we don't have enough products for the bars and all those stuff,
Right,
even to
right.
welcome and accommodate citizens. I would say fans coming in. So I want to big up the sponsors: Boom Energy, you know, Ministry of Culture, Gender, Entertainment, and Sports, the Jamaica Tourist Board. That's very important also. And True Juice, you know what I mean, and Signature Styles, you know, Jamaica Social Stock Exchange. So despite we've been burning the fire, you got to pay respect to the sponsors also, because they're just a part of the music. Sometimes, you know, we've been swayed because we're just really strict about certain things, but
Right.
pick up to the sponsors, let's speed.
Without
Yes.
them,
You know what I want to ask you before we go to the Sizzla mix though? Like, as you mentioned, Bun the Fire, right? How and when do you decide or know when you want to burn the fire? Because this minute we will see a Sizzla, you know, you just do your thing, and the next minute is like the energy and the vibe.
I love that
Like you
question.
wake up on a different side.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, like name, like nature, it is expected of Sizzla to do his best. Yeah. We're not going to force Sizzla to do anything, but it's expected of Sizzla to do his best. But then again, depends on the nature of the show. It can be a dancehall show in which is like a ragamuffin show in that
Right.
little Garrison area. So sometimes, you know, the people in the audience like, yo, Dada, you're going to burn the fire tonight, God. That song is my favorite song. Sometimes it's about going and giving a little speech or some sort of motivational speech or some inspiration to the kids. So you got to choose best what you're doing and your choice of words and your choice of songs, your choice of lyrics. And then again, sometimes it's the senior citizens who are requesting for you to sing these type of songs, like we need conscious songs but still put the fire in it, and you just got to just be moderate sometimes, you know. So it's like name, like nature, you know what I mean. It's just where the most I puts it, and that's just about it. It's nothing weird in which I'll just go everywhere and just like be burning the fire and be disrespecting persons. No, it's not like that. But you must know the fire is the essence, and without all of that, it's like we're nothing, because it's like the vibe to the party.
One time I saw a video with you and you were just, you know, like pushing some people off the stage, you know, like you made a comment to say like, if you know, say you're
No,
born
I was really pushing them off the stage. Like I say, it's the vibe. Sometimes we hit the stage show, the audience, they like to be entertained. So sometimes I would give a little catchy phrase, you know, or sometimes I would just make a statement like, for you know, Bo, jump off of the stage and everyone jump off. The stage is empty because what? It's just the old narrative. You're an entertainer. You're an artist. Your duty is to entertain and please the people in whatsoever sense.
Before we even get into the mix, one of the things that has been out there is that Sizzla is one of the penultimate stage performers when it comes to controlling a crowd. I've watched you and I'm seeing myself. I saying, how is he able to move like that, jump on stage, keep your breath control?
Because Jamaica is a nation that pelts at you with projectiles. I've never seen a nation that throws stuff at their artists just for the artists to be singing for them. Give us what we want, music. I'm experiencing that field. I've watched Sting. I've watched a lot of shows where artists not coming up with the vibe and the energy, you know what I mean, to heighten the spirit of the people that spent a lot of money on the shoes, the cars, to shampoo the car, to get the new hairstyle for the ladies, just to come and look at the artists on the stage, like being bored. We're not for that. So that's another part that Sizzla is always energetic on the stage. And next thing is that you might be in the the process of singing for the nation. But this venue is only like might be 100 persons can be in the venue, or 3,000 or 4,000. But you have the wider population, you have the world community looking and waiting for you. So not because you're not in front of 70,000 people means that you must not be working for 70,000 people. So that's just with me. Once I'm on the stage, I'm working for the persons who are not there, for the persons who are going to be reading the newspapers and the journals and all those, the guardians in the morning, persons who are asleep while I'm working. In the morning when they're awake, they'll get something where they can just rock to it on their way to work. That's just how I work, you know what I mean? And when I'm off the stage, persons will be like, yo, big stage show, dada. And that's really nice to get all them blessings and love from the people. So it motivates me to always be in this sense, to keep working for the people. And the next thing, I'm an artist, I'm new on the scene, so I need to do something, you know, extraordinary. Go out with my own uniqueness, you know,
I love it.
something just different.
Yeah.
It's a sizzler, so it's gonna sizzle.
And let's sizzle
There
some Sizzla
is like
tunes.
this live performance online of Sizzla. I don't remember if you were performing at Murray's, but you were there with your band, and just the performance is just so clean. It's like you and your band is one, and that's like a go-to Sizzla performance that I listen to on a regular basis. Like really, really amazing for the younger
Thank you.
generation and younger entertainers. Though Sizzla, what advice would you give to them as it relates to live stage show performance, and how can they, you know, improve their craft?
They need to do a lot of research. They need to go back and check on Yellowman performance, check on Lieutenant Stitchy, check on Papa Stan, check back on Terra Fabulous, check on Louis Culture, check on Cocotte, Martha Griffiths, Bonnie Wheeler, Bob Marley, you know what I mean, Peter Touch, Jacob Miller, Toots and Maytals. Check on all those persons and see how they got through all those performances on stage, on tour, and then you just take something from their book, something from the page, you know what I mean? And you yourself must know that you're a unique person, and you need to produce and create your own legacy, and you need to be doing the best at what you're doing. You need to be doing your press conferences, you need to be doing your interviews, you need to be recording, never stop recording, because if you ain't got no product, there's nothing for sale. You got to be giving the people new products, be consistent. And the next thing, you just got to stay focused and pay attention to the social media and to see what's happening in and around your country and outside of your country. When you're properly informed, you'll write good songs. Therefore, you must be reading a lot. You must be meditating a lot. You must be having a lot of rest also, because if you notice, a lot of our Jamaican artists, both reggae and dance and artists, they're having strokes now because they're working so hard out there in the music field, on tours, doing press conferences, stage shows, sometimes being left stranded in airports. You don't know what these artists and musicians facing out there. So they just be working, so they ain't getting enough rest. So you need to get enough rest also. And you need not to be afraid of the critics, because if someone is criticizing you, saying bad stuff about you, just listen. If you're not guilty of such, you're free, but you must listen, because it's a complaint. And someone criticizing you or passing a critic doesn't mean they hate you. They just mean, I don't want to see my artist like that, doing that, at that place, at that time. You know what I'm saying? So you just reach out to the fans also. Learn to do your little autograph signing, and be polite to the fans, because they're polite enough to come up to you and give you the blessing and all the accolades. So you must be polite to the fans to receive and also give. You must be a giving artist, a loving artist. And leadership qualities pays off when you yourself is being led in the right sense by your ancestors, your foreparents, and the present people, but you yourself must be making the first move in setting the better example as an artist, as a public figure. Big respect.
I want to say thanks.
Sizzla, do you feel like or how do you feel about the current direction of reggae and dancehall, and do you think the message is still alive?
Yeah, in the beginning was the word is John, the word taken to himself flesh, you know what I mean? Nothing can stop the Most High from manifesting through the people. So it's a different generation. They grow up in different times. They're more informed now, and they have knowledge at the fingertips on the internet, and they're seeing what our parents weren't seeing on social media, despite a bit of it was there. So it's more open now. We got you know, social media, sex sells. So little kids growing up seeing all these things on the television, they're more open, they're more spoken within their whole world. So this is where we're at now. They're more informed in this cybernetic age, the age of information. So you're going to have a little twist at times, that but it doesn't mean that they're not conscious, because they're someone's children and they're from a family, you know what I mean? But this is all about the music. Sometimes they want to put on a different, I would say, face to the whole act. So it's expected, but it doesn't mean that we should give them a cold shoulder or shove them aside. They'll come around.
They will.
Definitely. They'll come around.
I want to tell you this too, because we were supposed to get a mixer, but we didn't get the chance to bring it in. So I wanted to just thank you so much for one, kind of pretty much all the time. I want to say thanks for one, making time to talk to us. We want to also say congratulations to you on the milestone of 30 years. The event is going to be epic, I'm very sure, because when we look at the body of work that you have done over the years, it cannot be summarized in one night. It really should have been a few days festival for you, but I understand that you're going to do what you're going to do. And we here from IRFM just want to congratulate you on the contribution that you have made to this industry over the years, the people that you've inspired, the people that you have entertained and allowed them to really take stress out of their lives. And we only want to say, continue to do the good work, continue being an ambassador, and we are very proud to know that you are on our way, Jamaicans.
Thank you very much.
Yes,
and
absolutely proud.
Big respect to IRFM. IRFM has been one of the best stations who have been promoting Sizzla, playing Sizzla night and day, even when I'm having a rest. The selectors and the radio disc jockey has been promoting Sizzla. So like I would say, IRFM, big respect, and big respect to every other radio station and disc jockey and selectors.
True.
We ain't nothing without the radio station and the selectors, both on the radio and on the sound system.
I would like to say this here. Banging!
Man, Mr. Harris, big up yourself, Nannyville people, Augustown.
What can Sizzla say?
Respect.
Banging!
Banging. Yeah.
No
We always come up with some little, slang that people can just utter. Big respect, IRFM. EBUZZ, the most I created us all. Yes, he does. Banging.
Respect. Every time.
Respect.
We want to say special thanks to everyone who made the buzz possible. Our producers, Vivian Stewart and Shaquille Gale, technical operator DJ Lollipop, in studio engineer DJ Kemar, telephone operator, social media specialist Peter Brodba. Thank you so much. We want to say thanks also to our other guests who were here. 1chappzs and Skippa were our guests in studio.
And a big thank you to Sizzla Kalonji for coming through.
Join us next week
as usual.
Join us next week for another exciting edition of the EBUZZ. I'm DJ Bones.
And I'm Kishima Francis. Muta Baruka is up next with The Cutting Edge.
We out.
Moving forward, today, tomorrow, together. Stay